No time at all wait, hang on a second, I need to read this. What? No time at all coming in to lay down the law of the land. Now, this is the same kind of action people can take solace in, knowing that spoilage shall be forgiven. What did I just read? What the fuck did I just read, Lynx? I'm assuming you're talking about me saying anyone who spoils the Amazing Digital Circus will be instantly banned, but, you know, I appreciate that. It's always been my policy. I tell people in the server all the time, no spoilers. No spoilers. Also, I did play a little bit off stream today. I actually did the thing I said I was gonna do, chat. Let's go. Hopefully that pushes us a little bit farther. Honestly, the matches weren't too bad off stream either. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Ugh. It sounded more epic in my head than in text. I can't. But I did watch Gameaverse, by the way. I liked it. I liked it more when I found out who made it, but I liked it. I will say, is this a weird criticism that it seems like... And it's weird because almost all of Glitch's shows are made by different people. Is it weird that a lot of their main characters kind of like... They're not the same. I'm not saying they're exactly the same, but they seem really similar. Is that just me? That's probably just a me thing, isn't it? I'm sorry, Crab Girl. I'm Crab Girl. Also, naming a character misinformation is the greatest fucking thing ever. I can't get over it. I laughed for like 2 minutes at that fucking joke. And it's not even a joke, it's just her name. Such a... Man. What a good show. Now, again, I'm not saying that the main characters of all of Glitch's shows are the same. They're not. But they all have, like, very similar traits. And again, it's just so weird because they're all made by different people. Why does it keep happening? I had a... Oh, yeah, I'm going to do in-game tonight. We're going to do in-game builds tonight. I don't know how that's going to work for Pyramid Head, but we're going to make it work, damn it. In-game. Hey, look, Haywire's on here. I wonder why. Blood Warden, Terminus, No Way Out. I feel like we did this before and it did not work out well at all. But we'll see. Glitch knows what we want. What do we want? I don't know. Like, again, I'm just kind of getting sick of seeing it every single time. I don't know. And it's hard to describe exactly what the similarities are. It's like... they're not girl failures, right? That's like what I heard someone call them. That's not what they are, right? Is it? Is that what they are? I guess that's what they are. I don't know. Pyramid Head doesn't really have an in-game add-on, so we're just gonna do this. Ugh. 4-second queue, let's fucking go. It just... I don't know, it was just something I was thinking about while watching it, because Cat definitely seems very similar to Pomni in a lot of ways. I forget the main character's name in Murder Drones, but they seem very similar to her as well. I haven't watched that other Glitch show. Not the undead one. What was the other one they did recently? It was the one about with the blue-haired chick. I don't remember her name. God, what was her fucking name? I don't even remember the name of that show. Uzi and Mel are kind of rebels and are pretty similar personality-wise. Pomni and Kit are fairly set apart, in my opinion. Well, no, I think they are. I just think I feel that's what I mean. Like they're not the same. There's just like yes, that one, Knights of I almost called it Guinevere. That's fucking Dark Souls. Knights of Guinevere. Amazing chest ahead. I'm fucking 5. I swear to God, sometimes I'm just a 5-year-old. I'm just saying, like, if you put Pomni and Kit in the same room, I would probably, like, tell you they're almost the same person. I don't know. I don't know what it is. They just seem really similar to me. Like, there's obviously distinctions and differences. It's just, I don't know. So, like, convergent evolution. Yes, convergent evolution. We all know that the clown was evolved from the cat. Yeah. This is a very well-known fact of life. Okay, I guess they spawned in here. No, I just saw one. Mayhaps they didn't. Game, can we start the fucking chase now? I listened for Shaq. What do you mean they were doing Shaq? This is bullshit. A reminder, I do have to hook them once because of No Way Out. Man, does no one want to use loops? Like, ever? I know I complain about this every stream, but it really seems like no one wants a loop. She got that? She's gonna flare that? I can't... Yeah, she didn't even go back. I hate this so much. I hate that this is the best thing she can do. And there's no reason for her not to do it. Like, I can't even catch up to her. Did she flare and leave? I think she flared and left. What? What? Did she go back in? What? Okay. Hey, do you have Sprint Burst? Yep. The cat with a Mega Blaster, to be specific. Exactly. The Mega Blaster is the important part for the characterization. That other girl kind of left her for dead. This is like a topic, a 3-hour video essay made by a dude with long hair. Level 89. Video literacy needs to be watched. I mean, are you saying this is like a specific thing? Is this like a thing that's happened specifically? Because I'd watch the shit out of that. I mean, yeah, they're just gonna hold W. I guess I'll just do that. I mean, this is the advantage of an in-game build, right? There's a chance I somehow bring this back because Noed's stupid when it works, which is almost never. But it might. It might this time, chat. So I think the situation that just happened there, that is a good example, by the way. That is a good example, by the way, of why mobility is king and always will be. There is, like, there is no real adjustment to anything that just happened there that you can do base to a kill to all killers that would fix what just happened. There's nothing. Your killer either has range to deal with it, or has dash to or has a mobility tool to catch up. That's it. There's nothing else they can do. The relationship dynamic between Jax and Gangle. Is that really worth a 2-hour video? I know that's fucking rich coming from me, I know, but is that really worth a 2-hour video? What is there to talk about in that relationship for 2 hours? I feel like there's not much there to talk about. Maybe I'm insane. I can't believe she took that. They don't know Noed hit, I don't think. Okay, No Way Out's doing its job. Noed's right there. They're gonna see it because the door is right there too. Actually, it's inside the building. Okay, they're gonna know Noed's up now. Well, I got you for 1 minute. They don't know about Bloodwarden on this side of the map. Oh, can I get this? Oh my god, I get this. I got that last second. Are you fucking serious? GG. Oh, that's fucking funny. That's so fucking funny. Oh my god. So, you know what? You know what? In-game build Pyramid Head. Perhaps I talked about you too harshly. Maybe you're actually the best thing in the video game. That's so dumb. That should not have worked at all. Just holy. I won the Blood Warden lottery. Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? Because when you look at this, a lot of people would say it's actually really dumb what I'm doing. Because throwing Blood Warden in here with no way out seems kind of dumb because you want them to open the gates. Here's the psychological warfare of this, though, right? No way out activates. So they're like, oh shit, we're stuck in here for another minute. Okay. Now, when they go to the gates, they're going to want to open them as fast as possible, especially because NOED is also going off. And because they're probably still injured because of Terminus. So, they're going to be forced to open the gates, then Blood Warden activates. The only reason that worked was because the other two people were on the other side of the map and did not see what happened to the other Thalita. I did not escape in 2 days. I escaped 6 times in 2 hours. I don't. A lot of people don't. Escape rates are still at like what, 60% still. They're still where they're supposed to be. The thing is, and I say this all the time, I'm going to use MS Paint to explain this. I'm warning now. A 5-second warning. You are going to get blasted by a white screen. 5-second warning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, like, the 60%, right? So we have 60%. What people fail to realize is that this 60% is not supposed to be individually. So, there's 4 survivors. All 4 of them are not supposed to have the 60%. That is not what's supposed to happen. What's supposed to happen is 60% of the team escapes. That's what behavior ideally wants, but not even from match to match. Because, like, okay, so there's 4 survivors. In the first match, you kill 1. Okay? So that's a 25% kill rate. Okay, you have a 25% kill rate. Okay, in the next match, you kill 2. So now you have a 50% kill rate in this one and a 25% kill rate in that one. So, if you do the math there, that's what? Like a 33% kill rate because it's 8s, 3 of 8s. It's a little under 50%. It's like 40%. Okay, and then the next match, you 3K everybody. Which would be 3, 4, 5, 6 of 12. That's a 50% kill rate. The thing is, those X's, for the people who got killed, statistically speaking, it's going to be you at some point. Now, you might get unlucky and be all 3 of these examples that died. Behavior can't control what killer tunnels you. Behavior can't control what, how, like, They just can't. Like, even if a killer has a 25% kill rate, let's say every killer in Dead by Daylight has a 25% kill rate. They only get one kill a match. Let's say in some weird world that's the case. 25% kill rate. Statistically speaking, that means 1 in every 4 matches, you are going to be that one person that is guaranteed to die every match. The thing is, statistics don't apply to reality sometimes. And just because it's a 25% chance doesn't mean that that's what actually happens. There is also a chance you are 100% of that 25% every single match. If that happens, behavior stats still look fine. Because these 3 people still got out. You just didn't. That's the issue with the stats on the survivor side, is that behavior's not looking at individual survivor stats and taking the mean from that. They're looking at the survivor stats globally. Because you really can't look at it at an individual level. You just can't. That's part of why, like, perk balances happens the way it does. And as far as, like, the, I don't always escape when my mates do thing, I mean, a lot of people don't really care about that part. In all honesty. To a lot of people, if you die, you lost the match. And I don't blame them. I don't know why you wouldn't feel that way most of the time. Oh, chat, the animal tonight is unicorn. We're doing unicorn. Butt Stallion, here you go. Say hello, Butt Stallion. She says hello. Thanks, Damien. I don't know, it's the complicated thing about it. It's like, I always ask this question, may the odds be ever in your favor. I always ask this question about Overwatch. It's always weird to me. Because, like, when you look at stats in Overwatch, like, okay. I'm gonna... To the people that don't play Overwatch, don't you can stop listening. But let's say, I don't know, Mauga is meta. Let's say Mauga is meta. Every tank player in the world is playing Mauga. Okay? How do you calculate win rates during mirror matchups? If everyone's playing Mauga, one side is always winning. So statistically, he would have a 50% win rate. Would Katniss Everdeen from the oh my god, I can read. Would Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games work as a survivor paragraph? Maybe. I don't know how popular Katniss is. The Hunger Games kind of died off. I remember when the books came out and I read them, and then I remember when the movies came out, and then, like, they kind of just happened, and then the whole thing kind of just died. Things still get referenced, obviously, like maybe the odds ever be in your favor, but that's about it. I think she could work, though. I think for sure. It would be weird, though, having a character who's so synonymous with a bow and arrow not have a bow and arrow. It's winner take all when it's Mauga versus Mauga. Yeah, but my point is, how do you determine kill rate or win rates if everyone's playing the same thing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how you're supposed to do that. Oh, you're going to the God Palette room? God Palette room. God Palette room. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious, Fong? Are you serious, dude? This is the person, by the way, who's going to complain that I didn't use my power. This is going to be the person who complains I didn't use my power. They're going to be like, why did you just hold your power down? Or, like, just trail the loops? Because you didn't loop anything. What the fuck do you mean? Look at this fucking Sable. Ancient tactics. I am just as shocked that hit as you are, Sable. You have off the... Oh, God, you have Lucky Break. Or is that Lucky Break or Shadow Step? That might be Shadow Step, actually. I can't believe she took that. I think this is one of the worst maps for Blood Warden, honestly. Yunjin, I believe you were the only one I haven't hooked. Okay. They really, really, really want to get that gen done, huh? No. I'm not leading them. Unless I'm too slow to get back up there, which I probably am. Wow, Fong, you can actually throw a pallet down. What a shocker. What? Okay. Fucking Shadow Step. Well, we have 4 stacks and no way out now. This would be the Sable with... Oh, you're trapped in there. I didn't realize that door wasn't open. You're dead hard? What? It did the animation and what? Dude, this is some bullshit. Ugh. But do cages work with... No, they do not. The only perk that works from cages is Do No Care. Or Do No Harm. That is the only perk that works from cages. And that's because it counts a hook state, not the hook itself. Well, that would have hit her. Are you staying here for real? Sable, that was the most Sable thing I've ever seen. But no, hooks also, the cages also do not work with Grim Embrace. Again, that, like, I talked about this in that video. I think that's a big reason a lot of people don't play Pyramid Head. I don't think it's the only reason. God, no, it's not the only reason. But I do genuinely think it is a reason. Put you here. No Way Out activates over there, so I know where Yoon Jin is. I can just kill Sable right now. And we just sit here and wait. Twice. It's worked twice now. Why play Pyramid Head when I can play James Sunderland, who is Pyramid Head? This was proved by the movies. You're so right. Fong just dies. No Way Out's still going off, so I just have to find Yoon Jin. Actually, I can't. Nope, never mind. Nope, it's Gideon's. I have to look for Hatch. GG's. Let's see. Stable! Stable had an in-game build, too. She had Adrenaline Hope. I countered her Adrenaline. Let's fucking go. I countered 3 Adrenalines. That feels good. That feels good. James should be a legendary for Pyramid Head. Don't get the fucking fan theorists going on that. Come on. Oh, it might not have been the boon. It might have just been self-preservation, actually. I can't fucking believe that. I countered will make it from sending them to cages, and I countered Adrenaline by having. What if I just make like a full whole like anti everything build? It's like Pyramid Head, so you counter all unhooking perks. Terminus counters all in-game perks. What counters healing perks? Anything? Anything specifically counter her? Disillusion to counter pre-dropping. Or Zancian, I guess would count. No, not Zancian. What would counter pre-dropping? I guess technically Disillusion and Blood Favor, but still. I'm gonna be 100%. I didn't even realize this Sable had light. I don't think she vaulted a single time. Leverage? Oh yeah. Well, I can't use leverage. I can't hook them. Leverage. Leverage. Whenever a survivor unhooks another or themselves, they heal 30% slower. Mannequin and Crimson. I have to land my M2s though. Oh, hold up. Actually, I got that Blight skin today. At least I got the head, so I want to... Hang on. There. It's brilliant. I'll use the red one. It's brilliant. I love him. Oh, it is weak. 30% for 60 seconds is really weak. The thing Leverage has going for it is that it's always active. It's always active. no matter what. It has no time. Like, it has a timer on it, but no timer. So, like, once they get unhooked, that's when the 60 seconds starts. The problem with a lot of Mangled and Hemorrhage add-ons in the game, or Mangled and Hemorrhage effects in the game, is that they start once the hit happens, not once the hook happens. That's why Gift of Pain is as good as it is, in my opinion. Because Gift of Pain is the same way. Because it activates the moment they're unhooked. Also, Gift of Pain is just a better leverage, like, almost completely. Yeah, Mangled is not as much of a debuff as 30% is, but the added bonus effect of whenever they are healed, until they take damage, they heal and repair 16% slower, makes up for that. So, also it has Hemorrhage as well, which isn't an amazing status effect, but when it works, it works. Interrupting a heal halfway through, just for it not to matter, making a survivor waste a med kit because they used 4 charges and they need all the charges to get a full heal now. Also, I'm putting points in the Pyramid Head because I'm running low on Black Wards, so I can't use that for a buffer anymore. And I'm running low on Music Boxes and Scarlet Egg and Seal. Scarlet Egg, so everyone is tunnelable? Oh, you're so right. Chlorophobia has its moments on some killers. I have it in my anti-heal build for Pyramid Head. You'd be surprised, especially if you go back to Hook a lot, you'd be surprised how much value you can get from Chlorophobia. Chlorophobia just suffers from the no feedback problem that a lot of perks have. Chlorophobia could be doing a lot for you, but you'll never know. You'll never know. Mannequin. Feet. Leverage is much stronger with Gift. No, that is also true, and I think it's part of why Leverage got nerfed was because of that combo. Also, it doesn't get hit with diminishing returns, by the way. I should mention that because Gift of Pain inflicts Mangled onto the person being unhooked, so they are healed 20% slower, and Leverage is a unique status effect that affects the person that does the unhooking. So that's 30%. So it's still 50% slower with both of them combined. If you combo that with Jagged Compass, then you can ensure it's on every single hook. Yeah, it would be nice. It's a shitty thing that a lot of perks have that issue with. Undetectable has this problem. Oblivious and Blindness have this problem massively. I say this all the time. Blindness is actually a pretty decently strong status effect, but you never know, and you have really no way of knowing. Like, unless, like, you're paying attention, like, a lot, you're not really going to notice if Blindness is doing anything. I can definitely think of plenty of times where Blindness has won me a chase or even a match before, but it's not that common. Also, fun fact about Blindness, if you blind a survivor that has Deja Vu and they work on one of the gens that was originally had the aura on it from Deja Vu, they don't get the speed buff. Just yeah. Does that really matter all that much? No, not really, but you know, it might come in handy, you never know. Especially how common Deja Vu can be. Chat, I just made a realization. Is Phantom Fear just old Ultimate Weapon? Without the locker? Am I dumb? Hang on. What was the cooldown on Ultimate Weapon when it first dropped? 7.2. Any survivor in your terror radius within 30 seconds of you searching from a locker screams and reveals their location and is blinded for 30 seconds. Has a 30-second cooldown. And then they buffed it. Yeah, then they changed it to 7.7 to reveals their aura for 3 seconds, blindness for 30, has a 60-second cooldown. Why don't more people run this perk? Remember when everyone was running Ultimate Weapon every single match? This is just more versatile Ultimate Weapon. What the why is no one running this perk? Why am I like Phantom Fear's strongest soldier? What the fuck? Phantom Fear is just Spies from the Shadows. I think it's better than Spies. I mean, it obviously has a longer cooldown, but because Phantom Fear works if they're moving or not. Spies does require them to move, so Phantom Fear is really good at getting rats. So, I mean, my point, though, this is just old Ultimate Weapon, just without the locker requirement. And I guess it doesn't affect every survivor, only one, I guess, is the difference. For what, Ultimate Weapon? Or Phantom Fear. Ultimate Weapon used to be a 30-second cooldown, and even when they nerfed it to 60 seconds, it was still almost every killer was running it for like, what was it, like 4 months? It was for a while before it got changed. Ultimate Weapon was like, Ultimate Weapon was so prominent on killers for a while there. Survivors were running Calm Spirit just to counter it. It's the only time in the game's history I can think of that a situation like that actually happening. That's odd. Yeah, until they reworked Ultimate Weapon, like it was one of, if not the most popular killer perks in the game. And again, even when it was a 60-second cooldown. That's the thing, though. That's why they didn't do that, is because of how prominent Ultimate Weapon was. Because again, I'm like thinking of like what's the difference between it and old Ultimate Weapon, and that was the difference, is that old Ultimate Weapon worked on every survivor. It wasn't just one. That was the big issue it had for a while there. Same thing with like Weeva, Tumen, and Franklin's. Guys, they did it. They made Calm Spirit meta. They did. It was meta until Ultimate Weapon got reworked. I think that was back when Distortion was meta too, quote unquote meta. That's when everyone was running fucking Distortion all the time. Remember when everyone was running distortion and then they nerfed it a little bit and then now no one runs it anymore? I remember. Ugh. Distortion. Old distortion. Jesus. Oh, you'd be surprised. People won't bring Conspirit. Even if Doctor becomes meta, people won't bring it just for him. It would take a lot. It takes, again, the entire killer roster bringing one perk to do it. Again, though, it's the only time, especially since I've been playing, I can think of survivors bringing a perk to specifically counter something killers bring. Like, ever. That's a rarity. Because I remember, like, when Thrill of the Hunt got buffed, no one was bringing anti-totem perks. Even though that was the obvious suggestion people made for it. I think Yum Yum's behind the couch. So I was playing M1 Pyramid Head off stream today. I think I got through like 7 matches. The plan was 20, but yeah, that wasn't happening. I got through like 7 matches. I think I only lost one of them. I say this a lot. I don't know what that says about me as a killer player, or about my opponents, or about that build. Okay, I'm mostly doing that to pre-prep Shaq in case she goes back. I probably shouldn't have, to be fair. I can't believe he's still hanging around. Good dodge. Most of my teammates are back from 2v8 and they are all lost. That happened to a lot of people, to be fair. I'm not making it back to Nancy in time. There's no way. Might as well kick this on the way. I was incorrect. I made it to Nancy. That is surprising. They really said gens before friends. Holy shit. Hacks! The pyramid has hacks. I shouldn't pick her up because now Cheryl's free to do what she wants, yeah. Good. She played that a lot. Renato's giving up? Oh, that was Renato? I thought that was Ace. You think they know I have an in-game build? You think they figured it out? She keep running forward? She did. Yo, good shit, Nancy. I'm gonna leave Nancy be. Head back over here, see if I can stop this heal. Or... is he just gonna hold? He's just gonna hold forward, isn't he? Not your best move there, Renata. Shitty thing is, because of how dumb this map is, there's actually a chance I can actually, like, lose this massively. Laura said, nah, I'm not dodging today. Just no. Hate to say it, Laura, you gotta dodge something. Is she gonna... no. No, right? She probably is dead hard, by the way. I don't think I've seen anything else out of her. Now, normally I would just cage her, but I'm not going to, because all of my gens are on this side of the map. It also means I can tunnel her off the rip with no consequences. I've been playing Pig, and I'm torn between a Pig mask to look scary or the reverse bear trap to look good. Wait, does the reverse bear trap change with the Pig head? Am I dumb? A reminder, Cheryl might have... wow. Good dodge. I mean, you can't get her in time, but good dodge. They got her last second. Holy shit. Not only did they get her last second, they healed, like, immediately. Oh, the crown. I love the crown, personally. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I love it. I forgot Laura doesn't dodge. She just holds W and hopes. Alright, you two. What's the plan now? You ever hold M2 while chasing a survivor just to get tormented, so you can dodge the ES? Yeah, all the time. What do you... yeah, of course I do. I feel like I do it too much, honestly. Yeah, she didn't even hesitate on that. Boop. I feel like her jumping out of that window and pre-dropping 2 pallets was just the equivalent of me holding my M2 down to get an M1. Repressed Alliance. Decides to, what did Renato even have? Ghost Notes? Ghost Notes? If you're gonna run Ghost Notes, run fucking... Run Sprint Burst, not Lithe, but okay. Renato, 5 moves ahead, shoulder the burden. Oh, I see why he gave up now. That's funny. That's funny. Oh no, she had Resurgence. That's why they healed so fucking fast. Resurgence, Botany, Self-Care. Yeah, she probably... Did she get anti-camp? She might have got... No. I think Cheryl was over there. I don't remember. Huh. You know, a nice little quality of life thing for the anti-camp thing would be like a noise notification for the killer to know it went off. That would be kind of nice. You know, just so I can be reminded, and so can all of China, that I fucked up. Okay, that's 3 so far. Oh, it's my birthday. Alright. Oh, the blood web has blessed me. Oh, the blood web has blessed me. I think that's plenty. How many does that make now? 15 scarlet eggs, 31 box. I love how you can tell which add-ons I like using. That's funny. Okay, I think I can start putting more points back into... Who are we even on now? Vecna? Thing is, Jen, if they nerf it back to what it was, people are going to go back to not using it ever. Because even if it was strong, no one was using it. Not a soul. I can even prove it. Hang on. Would you look at that? Would you see it had a 3% pick rate when it first dropped, and then it went back down to a 0.59, 1%, 0.59 to 0.7, 0.8. You know, it's kind of getting used a little bit. Then it got buffed. And then people realized it was good. And now it's at, like, 6%. This is the problem. I feel like this graph right here for Resurgence usage rate shows the problem with perks of Dead by Daylight. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that the wider player base didn't see it as good enough to use. So was it that good? That's the problem. That's always going to be the problem in Dead by Daylight. No, I don't want to down... Okay, alright. Hi, Theo. Helen, sometimes it happens with perks naturally. Okay, finesse is probably a bad example. But, I mean, it's not, though. Like, okay, on patch, in May of 2025, finesse had a 7.5% pick rate. Okay? And then that shit almost doubled in 9.1. You know what happened between here and here? You know what happened between here and here? Hens made a video. That's what happened. Hens made a video showing how good it was. Same thing happened with fucking Dramaturgy. Is it in the top 10? I don't think it is. Hang on. Where's Dramaturgy? Yeah, Dramaturgy. Look, it peaked at 6% when it got released, dropped way the fuck down to like a 1%, 2% pick rate. Hens made a video about here, and then it went back up to a 5% pick rate. It got no changes. None. That I'm aware of, did it? In 9.5. Okay, it did in 9. Wait, what was the change in 9.5? Oh, they just changed the wording. Yeah, it said no changes. That I'm aware of, anyways. And I don't even I don't even believe in the argument that survivors use the same 10 perks, because the reason why is because what, did I get disconnected? Oh, I guess DB didn't like me looking at stats. I don't even agree with the idea that survivors use the same 10 perks, because I think part of the problem right now is that survivors have like 20 different options. You see some more than others, but there is definitely a lot of options on the survivor side, and I think it's part of the problem that a lot of people are having right now. I did see the last episode of The Boys. I would not like to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. What I will say is that while I wasn't like the biggest fan of the ending, I'm satisfied with it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. But that's the problem, because, like, 4 or 5 years ago, especially when I started playing, survivors used the same 5 perks every match. It was the same 5 perks every match. Decisive Strike, Dead Hard, Adrenaline, and I forget what the other one was. It wasn't Windows, because it was in its bad, quote unquote, bad state back then. But it was like the same 5 perks every match on every survivor. Unbreakable. Yeah, it was Unbreakable, Decisive Strike, Dead Hard, and then the last perk on Survivor was it was either going to be Adrenaline or just some random perk, but most of the time it was Adrenaline. So then they started changing things and started buffing other Survivor perks and nerfing those ones down. And we're at a point now where there's fucking, again, like, there's like 20 good Survivor perks at the moment. Like, really good Survivor perks. And this is when the monkey paw curls, right? This is when the monkey paw curls. We have been telling Behavior for a while that we want more variety on in perks, and I know people are gonna respond to this with, "Well, we meant for both sides." That's not the point I'm making. The point is, we told Behavior we wanted more variety in perks. So, what happened is they started buffing perks that weren't used that much, and started nerfing some of the perks, some, not all, some of the perks that weren't used, that were used too much. Borrowed Time. I forgot Borrowed Time, by the way. But then they made it a base kit mechanic. Yeah, you would get... Yeah, back in the day, if you were playing Survivor and didn't bring Borrowed Time, you would genuinely get death threats sent to you. It happened to me a few times. It was that important for the game. It was just that important. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, like... And now that there's quote-unquote variety, because there is variety now, I see different perks all the time. It's just the same 20 instead of the same 5. So technically Behavior accomplished their goal, but the monkey paw curling is that now that survivors have a lot more options on what is good and what is meta and what they can bring, the problem is now as killer, Survivor isn't as predictable. You can't predict every perk they're bringing now because it could be one of those 20 options. And honestly, I'm probably lowballing it with that 20 options number. That's why I've said it a couple years ago that if survivors start realizing how many perks they have are good and start diversifying their builds and not bringing the same 5 to 6 perks every match, killer would be so much harder. Because say what you will about the Dead Hard Decisive Strike Unbreakable meta, say what you will about that meta, but I knew exactly what everyone had every match and how to play around it. I can't do that now. I have to assume every survivor has every possible meta perk until I am proven otherwise. I have to assume every survivor has Dead Hard. I have to assume every survivor has Sprint Burst. I have to assume every survivor has Life. I have to presume every survivor has Unbreakable, Deliverance, Resurgence, Will Make It, Prove Thyself, Deja Vu. I have to just assume they have every single one of these perks until I see otherwise. And even then, that's not even a guarantee. Just because a survivor has Life does not mean they don't have Dead Hard. You could just run both. Back when Borrowed Time was essential to run, whenever I got unhooked with no BT, I felt like the kid of the scene in Squid Game with the umbrella suit. Let's be screwed. It was that necessary. That's why they made it a base kit mechanic. And then on the killer side, they've tried. They have tried. It's just, it's failed every time. The problem with killer, in my opinion, isn't that it hasn't been successful. The meta has shifted for what perks killers bring. The problem people have isn't necessarily the perks. It's the kind of perks. It's always slowdown. Almost always slowdown. And maybe an information perk. And, like, I don't know how, again, I don't know how you fix that. You just can't, unless you just remove them. And then people will be mad they removed them. I can't fathom DBD without the Survivor HUD. When was the Survivor HUD added? Was it... I forget how long ago it was added, but it was a big thing when it came out, I remember. Was it 6.1? It might have been 6.1. No, it's just... And, again, like... It's just... It's also because a lot of killers, like... There aren't very many... Like, okay... All the killers do play different. I'm not going to sit here and say they don't. Every killer in this game does play different. However, at the end of the day, every single killer does pretty much do the same thing. They use their power, depending on the killer, to get a hit on you, typically in a loop. They pick you up and they put you on a hook. There are some exceptions to this rule, Pyramid Head being one of them, but that's usually how every killer works. As a result, whenever they do changes to perks, it literally affects like 95% of the cast. And the problem with that is that since some killers are weaker than others because of the disproportional strength metrics, like, again, if I bring it up in my Vigil video, which is being edited right now as far as I'm aware. Blood Favor is a very good example of this. Blood Favor, I don't know why I clicked on Blight. I mean, he has Blood Favor, but Blood Favor is a very good example of this. I'm not going to put it on, but, like, Blood Favor. Hex Blood Favor. This perk wasn't really talked about. It was not considered that good, that unhealthy. Like, no one really cared. Until Kaneki released and started using it. That's when people started giving a shit about this perk. Because Blood Favor isn't the problem. Kaneki using Blood Favor is the problem. So we have two choices. We either make it so it's not consistent and Kaneki's power doesn't activate Blood Favor, and every other killer power does, which would be inconsistent and make no sense. Or we nerf Blood Favor, making it worse for the entirety of the rest of the roster, just because Kaneki can use it really well. So, like, what are they supposed to do? Legion can do the same with Blood Favor? Yes, he can. Legion can do the same with Blood Favor. There is a difference. It's Legion. That's the difference. Huntress can also do the same thing, pretty much. But it's Huntress. Yep, Haywire and Singularity is another good example of that, too. They had to nerf Haywire because Singularity existed. And also, it wasn't just Singularity. I know people blame him for this, but it wasn't just Singularity. It was also Twins. They were just not as notable as Singularity doing it. But yeah, because of how these two killers work, and because of how Singularity and Twins work, Haywire can't be buffed. So what do? So the simple solution would be for Singularity, oh, well, you just make it so his cameras don't work near the exit gates. So, okay, alright. What do you do to Twins? Victor doesn't work near exit gates? What about Mintrag Hag? She can do the same thing. No one talks about it, but she can do the same fucking thing. Okay, it does have a cooldown now. Never mind. I guess they fixed that problem already. Never mind. I take back my statement. Or Chase Aura perks for Nurse. Yeah, I mean, that's the reason a lot. And I feel like there was a moment in time, because they buffed I'm All Ears at one point. I feel like there was a moment in time when they just said, fuck it, we can't just keep using her to bottleneck every aura perk, and just started doing it that way. They just stopped caring. Spoiler for the Vigil video where I talk about Blood Favor. My solution to Blood Favor is make it so it's not a Hex perk anymore. Make it so it just has a cooldown. And make it so it only works on basic attacks. And I think that fixes all of its problems. Because Pursue is also another killer who is using it very well, too. Plague uses it very well. Just make it only activate on basic attacks. And I feel like it solves almost all of its problems. It makes it so the killers who can be strong with it are still strong with it because it's not a Hex anymore. and it stops the killers that can activate it very easily from activating it very easily. Because that's the one counter argument to Blood Paper, is that it's a hex. I don't think it's a good counter argument, but I mean, it is one. Like, again, it's just like... It's just so difficult. It's like, the Stabiffle nerf is another good example of this. Like, they nerfed Stabiffle because, ironically, the killers using it the most were the killers that probably shouldn't have been using it in the first place. It was like Deathslinger and Pig and Demogorgon. And I'm not going to sit here and say Stabiffle was, like, super powerful on these killers. I'm not saying that at all. But it was kind of dumb that the killers using it were the ones that it wasn't intended for. I really do wish they would go back through and make it so it doesn't activate on a spear hit, but, you know, it's just me. I don't know. It's again, it's a very hard thing. That's why I do not envy the Dead by Daylight balance team. I never have, never will. There are so many factors to look into, and that's not even accounting for the playing against it part. Well, Lynx, that's not the problem people have with it. People have the same problem with Blood Paper that they do with Disillusion. People don't like things that just outright remove options. That's why people hate zoning. That's why people hate crowd control. It's just human psychology. His power gets buffed by perks. What do you mean his power gets buffed by perks? Oh, there's your daily rant, chat. Oh, it can be satisfying to outplay something like BAM, for sure. But when you don't outplay it, it feels cheap. And I think that's the problem people have with this. Especially when you're running it on a killer who doesn't really need it. I think behavior changed. I feel like behavior changed the map rotations or something, because this is the third time today I've gotten Shattered Square. Not Shattered Square, but Borgo. Forgotten Ruins, too. Oh, she got the item swap. I just saw her medkit drop. I don't think you make that, Ada. It's always a nice. I am honestly shocked he took that window. You think someone's gonna get Ada or no? Yep. It's fine by me. I can't believe they still got a gen. Well, no, I can. You ate Borgo with a passion? I don't mind Borgo that much, honestly. I forgot I hooked him right there. I got Ada off hook. Ace finished healing. Hopped right back on that, too. Drops that. When did that drop? When did that pallet get dropped? What the fuck? Who dropped this? Does he go to Shack? Yeah, I think he's gonna go to Shack. Good. Okay, who's the only one I have in hooks? Leon. I haven't seen Leon yet. Oh, she just really is just holding W the whole way. Just a reminder, it's still in-game build. We still have a chance here. I think I hit that way too far. That was good. Let's hit right on the edge of that. I need this before that last gen pops. Okay, perfect. All right. In-game starts soon. Another gen should pop here in a second. I'm just going to kick this for the points, because why not? Okay. I got stuck. You have to stop. That's perfect. No one's touched the door yet, either. Oh, this is perfect. No one's touched the door. I know Ace was over there. They touched the door 60 seconds. They don't have enough time for Nick, I don't think. Someone's gonna die now. Because they can't even get the NOED either. This is the perfect situation. Unless they're just hovering for it. Yeah, they're still trapped in here. Maybe in-game builds are the way to go, chat. We'll see. Okay. No out goes off. Are they on the door now? He can't heal because of Terminus, so they were just kind of stuck there doing nothing for a bit. Oh, man. Ace, I thought you were going to be cheeky and wait. Why can't I kill you? Okay. GG's. I got a 3K off of it. Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, man. I love the eclipse on this map. Reminds me of that one I saw in 2020 or 2024. I kind of, you know, here's a hot take. Not really a hot take, but a question. Now that we have customizable scratch marks, should Borgo go back to being bright or red like it was? Because that was the biggest problem it had, was you couldn't see scratch marks on it because it was red. But now that we can change the color of scratch marks, shouldn't that mean we can go back to it being red? Oh, Theo just said it earlier. Sorry, I wasn't reading chat. I was kind of locked in. Ace was taking me for my money. Because I kind of think it should go back to the red now. Also, I'm not going to lie. I thought more people would hate Hatch as much as I do. I hate Hatch as a mechanic. I think it's dumb. Maybe not that exact reg, but it still looked baddish. It looked that bad. I think that was the one compliment that map got, was it looked good. It was just not good for Dead by Daylight because of red scratch marks and auras. Now that we can change those, I don't see any reason why it can't be red now. Hell, we're running into the opposite issue now. I can't see my scratch marks on fucking Trickster's Delusion because it's neon blue. So is there anything in the store I want now? This is good news! We can be beasts. I am genuinely curious, though, by the way, how much these Attack on Titan skins sold on Trapper. I am genuinely curious. I know of at least 3 people that bought it. Oh, yo, Trapper got the dog in him, though. No, yeah, keep Dungeon as is, for sure. No, I think Dungeon being as is fine. I think Shattered Square, though, itself should go back to red. Wow, Trapper's Blighted. This is so bad. That is his Blighted, right? Also, I've never really thought about it. I know I've said in the past, like, I think DBD is one of the better battle passes. Just because of how fast you can get through it. But I never really thought about it, man. It's so weird to think that you can get a skin for a character you don't even fucking own. That's so weird. It's like, yeah, hey, here's this cool free Blight skin, or free Jane skin. Yeah, you like that? That looks good, right? Alright, you like that? You want that? Well, you don't own Jane, so fuck you. What about this? Okay, Wraith's different. Everyone owns Wraith. What were the other? There was another free skin, right? Yeah, what about this Felix skin? Yeah, you like this? You like this skin? Well, buy Felix. Look like the Knight. Like, you can't get this unless you own Knights. Like, and that's not even counting, like, let's say you just buy the Battle Pass. If you don't own David King and bought the Battle Pass, you can't even use the skin you paid money for. Or the Plague Doctor one, which I fucking love. I love this skin so much. This skin's so good. It's so good. In fact, I'm gonna go dress up Zarina real quick. I'm in the mood. Zarina. The fuck are you, Zarina? There you are. Shut up. I'm gonna make it work, Chad. I'm gonna make it look amazing. Yes. Yes. It's so dumb which sets aren't linked and which ones are. Yeah, this is what Zarina wears on like a normal Saturday, I feel. That was a recolor? I didn't realize that. I don't know how the bottoms for this top. What? Fine. That actually looks pretty good, honestly. No, I agree. I think the Battle Pass is good. I just think it's funny that you can get skins for characters you don't own. But I guess if they didn't do that, then like the skins would only be Trapper, Wraith, and Hillbilly on the killer side. So, like, I guess I understand why they kind of have to do that, but still. But yeah, no, the Deep Rift is a very good middle ground for FOMO, I feel. Was there a third Deep Rift version of this? Oh my god. Yeah, recolors. I'm telling you, recolors are the way you do FOMO. It keeps most people happy without, like... It lets people keep their exclusivity while making it so everyone can still get it. And bringing the skins back in a year to be sold at normal price, I think it's perfectly fine. I think it's perfectly fine. And honestly, I wish more games would do it. Same thing with, like, I think a game that gets, like, overshadowed with its battle pass is, like, Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite has, in my opinion, one of the best battle passes, if not the best battle pass in all of gaming. The questionable Bennett? Hey. I ask the questions here. Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of games have gotten to a point now where, like, you kind of just have all the characters now, so... Like, a lot of games are learning, like, that's the better way to do it. Selling characters is all cool and all, but, like, it's not where you make most of your money, ironically. You make most of your money through skins, and you can't sell skins for a character if people don't own the character. I feel like Apex has realized they shot themselves in the foot with that a little bit. Rivals is a good example. They just released that new Hela skin. If you didn't own Hela, like, you wouldn't give a shit. But you do own Hela. Everyone does. So you might actually care. I think that skin is kind of pushing the fucking lines, but still. I was playing Rogue Core earlier today, Mia. I did see Jocelyn on there. I was about to take a break, though. So far, my only complaint is the missions are really fucking long. That is my biggest complaint. Like, I did one mission with some randoms. It took an hour and 20 minutes. We were on normal. There's just, like... The thing with Rogue Core is and again, I only played like 2 or 3 matches, but it somehow is too fast and too slow at the same time. Also, I'm realizing I don't have live chat on, my bad. It's too fast and too slow at the same time. Like, there's so much stop and go that it kind of pulls me out of it too much, and I feel like it makes things take way too long. Especially with randoms. I'm sure the comms do speed it up. Also, I'm not gonna lie, none of the classes really seem that interesting to me. I tried Falconeer and I tried Spotter, I think is the class, the one with the dart. I don't know, like none of them like were really like popping out to me like, yes, I want to play this character. Not like in DRG where I was like, yes, I want to main engineer and I want to main gunner and I want to main driller. And I don't want to touch scouts. It is an early access though, so I can't hate on it too much. For an early access game though, it has a lot going for it. I like the idea. I do. It's just, God, it felt like it genuinely did feel like things just took way too fucking long. That's all. And it had the problem I had with Helldivers and Far Far West. The problem I have with those games is that if I want to just hop in and do a mission real quick, you really can't. Not necessarily because the missions take too long, but because you run the risk of your teammates wanting to do literally everything they possibly can when you don't want to. So it makes it drag even more. It was that like I don't know. That's kind of why I stopped playing Far Far West, because I felt like a bad teammate every time I went into a map. Because people were trying to do like the secondary objectives and like take everything, and I'm like, dude, I just want to do the mission and get the fuck out of here. I'm just trying to get XP and leave. But even in that game, it felt like I couldn't do that either. It's not that I wanted to necessarily rush through everything by myself. I wanted to stick with my team, but my team wanted to do everything. So, like, I don't know. I might play it a little bit more and see what happens. Who knows? Chad, are we going to talk about how well in-game Pyramid Head is kind of working? Like, I'm genuinely shocked. Hang on a second before we ready up. I don't usually do this, but it's an ace with a bloody head. Yeah, fuck it. Are they gonna ready up? Okay, I've looked at these two profiles, and based on that, I'm losing this match. I'm going in with the assumption I'm gonna lose this. The Ace has 10k hours, and the Zarina has 7. Battlefront 2 because Star Wars had a 3-hour, 20-minute Supremacy match Saturday. I don't mind that when it happens sporadically, but like when it's every single match is when I kind of get sick of it. Which is, I know, a bit contradictory to what I've said about other games like League of Legends. League of Legends different though. Again, if I'm expecting it, like I can't really fault it too much. But I don't know. It's also like I'm going in with the mentality of like what I expect from DRG, and matches in DRG don't last more than like 20 minutes. Typically. Depending. Chad, you gotta love the sunk cost fallacy build. I don't know why I was half expecting Overcome for some reason. She's going right to House of Pain. Right at the window. Does she have life? That one gen should pop now? No? Okay. I was kind of expecting it to pop. I now know why it didn't pop. Are they still on this? No. Is he 99ing all the gens? I'm gonna prep this now. Okay. Not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting more from this. I think that one gen started getting worked on again. Did it? It did. Hi, Mr. Felix. Do you have Sprint Burst?
Yeah, I'm not getting Gecko blinded today, Ace. I'm sorry. Do you have Decisive Strike, Ace? Because I feel like it was a dumb move if you did. Reassurance. Oh, no, not Quentin House. No, not Quentin House. I don't think I can play. I've said this before. I genuinely don't know how you're supposed to play Quentin House as Pyramid Head. I genuinely don't know how you're supposed to. Is the Ace giving up? Good shit. Decisive. Good shit. Well, don't have to worry about it now. I heard you running up. I don't know who it was, but I heard it. Beep. Okay, 2 gens left, which is surprising. I feel like they were camping for that flashlight save just a bit too much. Okay, 1 gen left. Oh, she had Wicked. Good shit. I should go for Felix, actually. He doesn't have Decisive anymore, so I have no reason not to. I think I catch him before he gets anywhere, though. Hey, Nia. Bye. Okay, Felix is dead. Someone's here by House of Pain. It's Ace. Did he really pre-drop that? I can't believe you two fucking made it over here in time. Did they just give up? What the hell happened? Okay. I genuinely don't know. They were doing so well. What the fuck happened? Why was I so worried? This Serena has 7,000 hours, by the way. There is no... Are you shit... Okay, alright. Here's what happened. Here was the Nia's... I'm gonna fucking... Okay. Here was this Nia's grand master plan that failed. This... This was her grand master plan that she had. She ran to Shack. She dropped the stairs to get balanced landing to proc so she could run away. And if it failed, she's by basement. So I'm going to hook her in basement. So she gets Wicked to proc. She comes back over to get Decisive Strike and body block for Felix because he's getting tunneled. But I guess she forgot she was tormented. So I just sent her to a cage. You can't make it up, man. You can't make it the fuck up. Are you shitting me? Same with Felix. He had Decisive. I can almost promise you he ran up to me to use Decisive and then got tormented. Ace had Dead Hard? Why didn't he use it? He didn't use it either time. I hooked him once. Ugh. Man. Sometimes... Sometimes, chat, I just wonder what goes through people's heads. Also, these matches, I'm looking through the history, have been really fast. None of these matches have gone longer than 10 minutes. None of them. Not a single one. That's sad. That's so sad. Ugh. Man. Well, chat, I think it's unicorn time. I think we're gonna do unicorn, call it a night. We'll be back tomorrow. What the fuck, man? You can't make this up. You can't. And that right there is why it's so hard to buff Survivor. Because you got to take matches like that into account. Because those guys were good. They knew what they were doing. And again, they had almost 20k hours combined. Like, but they just wanted to have fun, I guess. I guess that's what happened. Can I wonder if I should... I feel like, yeah, I think we do that. I still don't think it's gonna fit. Do I need to add the unicorn horn to Pyramid Head? I feel like that's a bit over. I'm going to, but I feel like I shouldn't need to. One of the best jokes about Butt Stallion in the entire Borderlands franchise, by the way, has got to be in Tales from the Borderlands when Fiona kills Butt Stallion, or shoots Butt Stallion, and starts having like an existential crisis, asking why it's bleeding. See, chat, when you give me a real animal, I don't have to cheat. I really am surprised, though, how well in-game Pyramid Head was working there. I guess it's more a showcase just how good in-game can be. Putting your eggs in the basket of just like, you're gonna lose, might as well plan for it, you know? What did I miss? What did I miss? What else is on this screen that I didn't erase? Okay, I was gonna say, fucking piece of shit. I had to make this, hang on, I gotta get it right so it looks right. There, it's perfect. Okay, what was I gonna use this other copy? Oh, the main. I was gonna do the main. The final joke of Butt Stallion is that she is she's a flyer, a glider in fucking Fortnite. That was the final Butt Stallion joke. You know, some days, chat, I wonder. I know no one probably does it, but if anyone shares these images with like the Silent Hill community, I am genuinely curious what the reaction to this is. Do they like think it's blasphemous? Oh shit, I forgot. Oops. I feel like the Silent Hill community wouldn't like me very much. Part for the chorus, probably. I don't know. I don't know anything about the Silent Hill community. I just know that technically by proxy, I'm part of it. It is so sad that I can kind of just make this match right the fuck up. And all I have to do is kind of do this and then blur it. My handy blur tool. Okay, now comes the actual hard part. I think it kind of looks better when I don't try that much on this one. Something about it looks so much better when I stopped trying. Okay. Okay, alright. This is gonna be the actual hard part. This is gonna be the actual hard part, is what we're doing right now. I have to find a font like this. Okay, that's not exactly it, but I think this works. First off, we put a motherfucking stroke on it. Behavior, take notes. Wait, can I not? Oh, man, I was gonna distort it and everything. Can I not do that? That sucks. Now I could have like become an actual artist, but instead I decided to do. Well, no, it kind of just sorted it, didn't it? Hmm. There has to be a way to do this. I guess that's gonna have to do. As lame as that is. Because it won't let me distort the text for some reason. Yeah, we did it. I fucking hate my life sometimes. Oh shit, I got the transform. Well, Chad, as always, we're going to call it a night there. I'll be back tomorrow. And don't forget, the announcement should be... The official announcement apparently is going to be on Friday. Whether or not I'm playing the PTB just depends. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I love you guys as always. It's always fun. I know, like, some of these have been cut short and whatnot, but, you know, life happens and such. I played so much DBD today, I'm kind of DBT'd out at the moment. But I love you guys as always.